Joined today on the Daily Market Summary by Connor Bridgman of agmarket.net, and we're wrapping up the week of trade here on Friday. Connor, how did we trade in the grains today?
Well, we had an up day in commodities, right? Corn, beans, wheat were all positive on the day. We not to be negative, but we stayed the same range we've been. Uh, Failed to break through 469, 470 December. See a close above that. Looks like we're going to go into the weekend at 468. And then soybeans, we're above 12, right? We'll take it. Failed to make new highs this week on a lot of potentially bullish news. So, and then wheat was the same. Wheat's up 10. Again on the backs of that Wednesday where we saw a super nice wheat day. And so now we're going to go into the weekend. A lot of potential headlines. Everyone's going to be looking at that extended rain forecast, that temperature forecast, and see where we go. So I would have liked to trigger some buying, see a little bit higher, and get a little nicer bounce. But we're green going into Friday. I guess I should take it.
So, as you mentioned on Wednesday, had that big up day, especially led by the wheat marketplace. And we know that relationship with wheat and corn, a lot of times those two are attached and have ramifications for each. When you look at the soybeans here today, then with that move to the upside, what do you point to, Connor? Is it still the wheat situation? Is it just the entire grain side of the marketplace? What do you say for the soybean side?
I I think the story this week on soybeans is going to be China buying soybeans. We had another really nice flash sale. I heard rumors of China buying a few more cargoes today, and I think that's the story on the wheat market is going to be we see nice demand. It's always nice when we start seeing China come in and start buying U.S. soybeans. And then also, if we're talking soybeans, we got to look at soybean oil. Continues, it didn't quite make new highs, but continues to be positive and continues to influence the soybean price. So to me, it's going to be a demand story when I look at soybeans.
And as you alluded to with the weather situation, of course, we're watching that at this time of year. But as it relates to the forecast coming up for the next week or two, I've heard that we're trending more towards a lack of moisture, but at the same time, those temperatures will pull back a little bit. Am I on the right track there?
Yeah, I think so. That's how I summarize it. Definitely, if you're in west, your area, Kansas, Missouri, the Dakotas, a little bit drier forecast. There is, when I was looking at the Euro model, there was a swath of potential that's going to come through, but a lot of extended dryness for a lot of areas in that 10-day forecast. You're right, cooler temperatures, and then I would say east, it looks like they're going to have adequate rains, but those forecasts change every day, so we'll see what they say.
And we'll certainly keep an eye on those updates. On the livestock side of the trade, Connor, did we have a day where we had at least some better situation than we've seen recently in the livestock, especially as it relates to the cattle, or was it a continuation of what we've seen, which is mostly movement to the downside?
Well, if you want me to be an optimist, I would say that maybe we found a bottom at one point late in the South. Feeders were trading positive. We ultimately closed lower, and as we have for multiple sessions. But I guess if you want a positive, is that we did maybe bounce off the low a little bit. Did close negative on the day, and seasonality isn't really helping us in that livestock market. So we'll see where we go.
Connor Bridgman of agmarket.net, my guest here today. What's the best way for our viewers to get in touch for more marketing information?
Get on our website. It's in our name, agmarket.net. You can look me up there. I'm in Central Illinois. I always tell anyone if you're in the area, look me up and swing on by my office.
Connor Bridgman, agmarket.net. Thanks so much for the time. Really appreciate it, and have a great weekend.
You too, guys.